Assalamualaikum and greetings to everyone. My name is Siti Nur Fatihah binti Zainuddin and my friend Nur Fatihah binti Jasmi, student taking the Management of Information Security ASM655 class. Today, we will be presenting our relative study entitled The Impact of Emerging Technologies on Information Security. In this presentation, we will explore how emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence, blockchain, and the Internet of Things (IoT) are reshaping the landscape of cybersecurity, bringing both powerful advancement and new risks. Let's begin. Introduction. Emerging technologies are revolutionizing the field of cybersecurity, particularly through investment in artificial intelligence, AI, blockchains, and the Internet of Things (IoT). These technologies bring significant benefits such as faster threat detection, enhanced data security, and real-time monitoring. However, they also introduce new risks, including sophisticated AI-driven attacks, vulnerable smart contracts, and insecure connected devices, all of which require proactive and in-depth security strategies. What is artificial intelligence? Use machine learning to detect threats by analyzing patterns and behaviors in data, automate response to cyber attack, reducing reaction time. For example, behavior-based intrusion detection system, which can identify unusual activities and take action in real time. What is blockchain? Blockchain is a decentralized tamper-proof ledger that ensures data integrity by preventing unauthorized change. For example, it is widely used in secure financial transaction and identity verification, offering transparency and trust without relying on central authorities. Okay, what is Internet of Things (IoT)? Connected devices as camera and sensor enable real-time security monitoring, playing a crucial role in environments like smart buildings and hospitals. These devices are used to detect suspicious activities, control access to restricted areas, and automatically monitor patient conditions, significantly enhancing both safety and operational efficiency. Three security risks of this technology. Firstly, risk of AI. AI can be used to create advanced malware that is harder to detect and more effective. Support phishing and deepfake attack by generating realistic fake message, voice, or videos. For example, AI generated scam can impersonate interested individual to trick use into revealing sensitive information or transferring money. Secondly, risk of blockchain. Blockchain system can be exposed to risk through vulnerable smart contract and poorly designed application. This weakness can be exploited by attackers to manipulate transaction or steal assets. For example, is the DAO hack in 2016, where flaw in a smart contract led to the loss of millions of dollars in cryptocurrency. Lastly, risk of Internet of Things (IoT). Devices with web password and outdated firmware are easy target for cyber attacks. These vulnerabilities can be exploited by hackers to take control of large numbers of devices. For example, is the Mirai Bonnet attack in 2016, where thousands of insecure IoT devices were hijacked to launch massive DDoS attack. That's all for me, and I will pass it on to my friend for further explanation. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Nur Fatihah binti Jasmi and I'll be presenting on the security benefits of emerging technologies on AI, blockchains and IoT. Now, let's look on the artificial intelligence or AI. Let's think of AI as a friend who notices everything. You know how you might miss a weird email in your inbox? Well, AI goes through millions of those in seconds and spots the sketchy ones immediately. Well, the cool part is, it doesn't just find problems, it also fixes them on the spot. Suspicious login from another country might get blocked. Weird file trying to download, quarantine. It's like having a security guard who never gets tired or distracted. And AI also learns our habits. So if you are suddenly start accessing files that you have never touched before, or like suddenly there's a money moving in a weird ways, it's like, wait, hold up, this isn't normal, and it raises a red flag. Let's look on the real example case. For example, like JMP Morgan Chase, where they use their AIs where they use their AIs to watching millions of transactions in a single day. Their AI also catches fraud in seconds instead of waiting days for humans to notice. That's millions saved right there. That's cool, right? Now, let's look on the blockchain. Blockchain is like that one friend who never forgets anything and calls out lies immediately. Once something gets written down, well, good luck trying to change it because everyone in never has to agree, which is basically never happen if you are trying to cheat. Now, here's the genius part. There's no main computer to hack it. It's like instead of keeping your money in one safe, you split it across 100 safes in different city. Well, good luck robbing all of them. Plus, smart contracts are pretty neat. They're like having a robot lawyer that automatically does what it's supposed to do. No human messing things up or trying to bend the rules. In real example cases, for example, Estonia, they run their whole digital government on blockchain. Health records, official documents, everything. Even when hackers try to mess with them, they cannot break through. Now, let's look on the Internet of Things or IoT. IoT is basically turning everything around you into a security camera. Your doorbell, your smoke detector, even your coffee machine can be watching out for weird stuff. Well, the beauty is it never sleeps. While you are binge watching the Netflix, your smart home is keeping an eye on things. For example, like motion sensor catch something weird, your phone will buzz instantly even if you are on vacation. While in big buildings and factories, these little sensors are like having 1,000 employees checking if everything is running right. Well, they catch problems before they become disaster. Well, while you mix IoT with AI, now that's get things really cool. Your house start learning, oh, the pizza guy always come at 7 on Friday, that's normal. But someone trying to peek through windows at 2 a.m., that is not normal. Well, in real example, you can see like the ring doorbells, right? They don't just record random stuffs. They also know the difference between your Amazon delivery and someone casing your house. Now, let's look on the recommendations. So, what should we do with all this information? Based on everything we have discussed today, I want to share some practical recommendations that can make a real difference. Let's start with the organizations. If you are running a company or managing IT system, my first recommendation is to take things slow and smart. Don't rush into implementation AI, blockchain, or IoT just because they are the latest trends. Instead, you need to do your homework first. Run through security assessments, start with small pilot projects, and learn from what works. We can look at Estonia. They didn't transform their entire government overnight. They took it by step, and that's why they are so successful today. Number two, you have to invest in your people. Technology is only as strong as the people using it. Your employees need to have regular training on cybersecurity, and your IT teams needs to specialize knowledge about these new technologies. Keep learning from the trusted source like NIST and established cybersecurity firms. Remember, the mirror attacks succeed partially because people didn't know how to secure their IoT device properly. Now, thirdly, don't pull your eggs in one basket. These emerging technologies are powerful, but they are not like magic solutions. Layer them with technology security measures. Think of it like protecting your house. You don't just rely on smart lock. You also have to have regular locks, alarms, and maybe security camera working together. Now, for my fellow cybersecurity professionals, we need to become hybrid experts. We cannot just stick to what we know from 10 years ago. We need to understand both traditional security and those new technologies. More importantly, we also need to think like both defenders and attackers. Like, how can AI help us? How can the attackers use AI against us? Get involved early when the developers are creating the system, because fixing security issues after deployment is much harder and more expensive. And I think we also need to stay alert 24/7. Implement monitoring system that use AI to help us keep IoT device with the latest firmware and regular check blockchain smart contract for vulnerabilities. The threats never slept, so our defenses should not either. Finally, for the policymakers and regulators, please create frameworks that can adapt and grow. Technology moves fast, but regulations often move slowly. We need rules that can evolve with the technology. You have to encourage developers to build security into their products from day one, not as an afterthought. And please, you need to have foster collaboration between the government and the private sector, as we are all in this together. As we wrap up our today's presentation, I want you all to remember one key thing important. Emerging technologies like AI, blockchain, IoT are not just buzzwords or distant future concepts. They are here, they are real, and they are already changing how we think about cybersecurity every single day. Yes, these technologies can give us incredible new ways to protect ourselves. AI can also spot threats faster than any human could, and blockchain also can create records that nearly impossible to tamper with. And IoT also can turn our entire environment into security monitoring system. Just look at how JP Morgan Chase used AI to protect millions of transactions, or how Estonia built an entire digital government on blockchain technology. But let's be honest, these same technologies also create new headaches for us. The same AI that protect us can turn against us by smart criminals. The blockchains also can have the coding flaws that cost millions of dollars. And those convenient IoT devices, well, the Mirai attacks show us just how dangerous they can be when they are not properly secured. So, what is the bottom line? It's not about being afraid of the new technology, and it's not about blindly embarrassing everything new either. It's about being smart, being careful, and being prepared. The future of the cybersecurity is not about choosing between old methods and new technologies. It's about combining the best of both worlds to create stronger, smarter defense. It's also about learning continuously, staying alert, and working together as a community of professionals who care about protecting the digital world we are all depend on. Now, thank you for joining me and my partner on this journey through this fascinating world of emerging technologies and cybersecurity. I hope this presentation can give you some valuable insights and practical ideas you can use in your own work. Now, let us remember, In cybersecurity, we are only as strong as our linkers link. So let's make sure every link is as strong as possible. Assalamualaikum and thank you for your attention. Goodbye.